Hi everyone, thanks for watching. I'm Louise from The Dusty Jacket. This episode is going to deal with an extremely controversial and timely topic, banned books. Unfortunately, it's not a recent thing. According to Harvard Graduate School of Education, Thomas Morton's New English Canaan was banned in America in 1637 by the Puritan government. Almost 4 centuries later, things haven't improved much. So without further delay, let's get started and open up and read some banned books. Part 1. Our first banned book is Summer of My German Soldier by Betty Green, which I rated 3 out of 5 stars and has a recommended reading age of 11 and up. Written in 1973, this book was banned for offensive language, racism, and being sexually explicit. It also contains many instances of physical, verbal, and psychological abuse. It was the most exciting thing to have happened to Jenkinsville, Arkansas, for German prisoners of war arriving by train would be housed in a camp in this small southern town. 12-year-old Patty Bergen was among the many townspeople there to witness the event. During a chance encounter in her family store, Patty meets young Anton Riker, a handsome, educated young man who is one of the POWs. Although he is German and she is Jewish, they begin an unlikely friendship that will test Patty's family bonds as well as question her national loyalty. This book deals with a lot of sensitive information given that it was written for 5th graders and up. Personally, I wouldn't give this to any reader below 7th grade, and here's why. First, Patty's father and mother are inexplicably cruel and violent to her. They fawn over her little sister Sharon while Patty endures taunts, intolerance, dismissiveness, and even physical beatings at the hands of her father. I kept hoping for some enlightening backstory as to why these two people could possibly hate their own child so much, but Green doesn't even provide a hint to explain their savage and inhumane behavior. Their treatment of Patty is repugnant and demoralizing, which serves as the ideal foundation for many of Patty's choices, which are often hasty and incredibly unwise. Here is a girl so desperate for acceptance and so eager for kindness that she would say or do anything in order to achieve some semblance of happiness. Second, Green gives us a story that seems devoid of any moral lessons. The Bergen family's black housekeeper, Ruth, who takes on the role of mother figure, is very religious and is often heard singing hymns while doing chores and encourages the children to pray at lunchtime. Despite this being a story about a Jewish family, we get a healthy dose of Christianity and the glory that comes with salvation. Even with this, there really isn't a central theme tying the entire story together. We understand the courage of putting someone else's well-being ahead of your own and the virtues of seeing beyond religion, ethnicity, or skin color. But these platitudes fall by the wayside with an ending that is absent of any sort of clarity, closure, or inspiration. The reader is left feeling just as bewildered and discouraged as Patty, whose only real friends are the housekeeper, a POW, and the town sheriff. I read Green's Philip Hall Likes Me, I Reckon Maybe, and was hoping to find that same feeling of hope and triumph in this book. Instead, Green delivers a bleak look at family and life and gives us a girl so disillusioned and unsatisfied that the only thing she clings to is the day that she turns 18 so she can finally escape her life as she knows it. Banned book number 2 is The Giver by Lois Lowry, which I rated 4 out of 5 stars and has a recommended reading age of 11 and up. Published in 1993, this book was banned for its violence, being sexually explicit, and deemed unsuited for its age group. It is against the rules to brag. It is against the rules to keep your feelings hidden. It is against the rules to point out someone's differences. There are a lot of rules in the community, rules that are very hard to change, but keep the community orderly, predictable, pleasant, and safe. Rules are good and will be followed, or offenders will face the terrible punishment of release. Jonas has nothing to worry about because he follows the rules. What he is worried about is the ceremony of 12, where he, along with the community's other 12-year-olds, will be separated into an assignment group and receive training for adult life. Jonas isn't sure what he is suited for: nurturer, doctor, speaker, engineer, laborer. When the big day finally arrives, Jonas isn't assigned like the others. Instead, he is selected, and for the first time in his life, he'll know what it's like to feel alone and apart. Much of the resistance to this book stems from its targeted age group, which is grades 5 to 8. I agree that 5th grade is way too young for the topics discussed in this book: euthanasia, free will, memory suppression, psychological manipulation, and suicide. This book is better suited for 8th grade and up, and with some plot points centering on infanticide and geriatricide, readers would definitely benefit from teacher-led group discussions. Talking about individual choice, the challenges of change, and the benefits and drawbacks of constancy can be debated in a thoughtful, safe, and engaging environment, as questions are bound to be asked and all are worthy of in-depth explanations and exploration. Our last banned book for this episode is the adult memoir, The Glass Castle by Jeannette Walls, which I rated 5 out of 5 stars. Published in 2005, it was banned in several high school districts for having strong sexual situations, offensive language, alcoholism, and abuse, both physical and sexual. Jeannette Walls' earliest memory was when she was just 3 years old. She was living in a trailer park in a southern Arizona town with her parents and 2 siblings. She was on a chair cooking hot dogs in a pretty pink dress bought for her by her grandmother. And she was on fire. Walls was burned so badly that she spent 6 weeks in the hospital and endured a series of painful skin grafts. Yet quite unbelievably, things for Jeannette and her family would only go downhill from there. By the time she turned 4, Walls had not only survived being thrown out of a moving car, but handedly acquired such basic skills as firing her father's pistol, throwing a knife by the blade, and shooting her mother's bow and arrow. On top of that, she conducted experiments with toxic and hazardous waste found at the dump, nearly drowned during her swimming lessons with her father, hunted for perverts in the dead of night with her brother, escaped several sexual deviants, many times due to her father's lack of good judgment, and climbed under a fence to pet a cheetah at the zoo. Growing up, Walls clearly had more luck than sense, but her ability to see the good in everything and her unfailing faith in her father often led to heartbreak and disappointment, but clearly made her the tough and grounded adult that she is today. There are parts of Walls' story where you momentarily suspend the idea that this actually happened and allow yourself to laugh at the sheer outrageousness of this family's history. The only thing that will make you want to throw this book across the room is Walls' insufferable parents, Rex and Rosemary. Although their intentions may have been unselfish and well-intended, it's hard to get past their self-destructive, self-righteous, and self-pitying behavior and how their actions caused unnecessary hardship not only to their situation, but to the health and lives of their children. Well, that's it. Have a favorite banned book or a comment about any of the books reviewed? We'd love to hear from you in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking on the like and subscribe buttons and make sure to hit the bell so that you're notified when we release Open Up and Read Some Banned Books Part 2. Again, thanks for watching, and I look forward to bringing back some old titles so that you can make new memories, because any time is a good time to dust off a new or banned favorite. Keep reading.